stopped beating ourselves a little bit. Obviously, they had a lot of energy coming out in the first half. They made a lot of shots. We knew they were going to be aggressive, the start to their season. And, we gave up like 5 back cuts in the first half and a couple offensive rebounds, lost a couple shooters. Once we just made them work on offense, we got some stops, turned that into transition. The ball started moving a little bit more. Guys knocked down some shots, and we kind of settled in and carried that momentum into the fourth. So it's weird, what their record is and where they've been the last year or so. You don't ever let your guard down, but they have NBA players that they played really well in the first half, and we didn't make them earn anything. So the score reflected that, and then things flipped in the second half. It was good, just lack of focus on the details of what's going to help us beat this specific team. They're heavy drivers, they're heavy cutters. Shai's obviously extremely talented offensively, and they did everything well, and we did nothing to stop it. So second half was a different story, and then the energy was still there, and the focus and the execution. And then you controlled the game, and we ended up winning. So far this season,
Steph Curry and Draymond Green would be 2 common denominators I can think of. I really like this team. I just think a really good roster, very deep roster. We're able to field a lot of different combinations based on what's happening in the games. And each game is a little different. Bielitsa on opening night against the Lakers was the key down the stretch. In Sacramento the other night, Otto Porter came in and was our final piece to the puzzle and had a fantastic fourth quarter. The depth has kept us afloat, when our stars are on the bench. So it's just a, really, really fun, solid team. Yeah, he should be back. He's probable for the game. If everything goes well with his warm-up, he'll be fine. Same. Yeah.
But I know it's early, your defensive rebound, how much stock do you put into that this early, and how important is that for you all as a team?
Yeah, much improved from last year. So small sample size, number one. So we got to continue to do that. But again, I think, as I said, we have a roster that is conducive to really smart play and one that is very flexible. And so we got a lot of guys who understand boxing out and angles and all that stuff. So hopefully this trend continues. Just amazing passing vision and feel in a 6'8" frame. That's very rare. And obviously played very well in Australia last year. So our guys watched him pretty closely, and I know that they were very high on him in the draft. And I think a lot of people were. There's a reason he went 6th. I mean, he's a really good talent.
What impressed you about Shai?
He's wise beyond his years. He's got great length and ball handling ability. Seems to, even his rookie year, we played them in the playoffs, and he was really good. So just one of those guys who feels the game well and has a great sense of where he is on the floor and when to attack, when not to, that sort of thing. So he's a really skilled player. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm sorry? Yeah, I think we finally strung together some stops. They were tough all night. They were making shots. We expected them to make shots. They struggled from the field all 3 of their first games. And so the ball's going to go in. These guys are NBA players, and Gilgeous-Alexander is an all-star caliber player. And so we knew the ball was going to go in at some point, and it went in right away for them. And we couldn't get out of our own way. 5 back cuts for layups in the first half. Very poor defensive showing in the first half, but what clicked was getting stops, stringing stops together. Juan and Damian were both huge in that late third. And Otto also making those 2 threes.
I ask you about that tough start. Was that mostly defense based?
Yeah, mostly defense. We weren't clicking offensively either, but the game starts at the defensive end, and 5 back cuts for layups is a clear sign that we were not ready mentally. And this is what happens in this league. 82 games, and you try to get up for every game, and occasionally you have some letdowns. And I thought OKC really played a great first half. They did everything right. So we found ourselves, with an uphill climb.
How would you describe it? Like going back into that.
I mean, we've strung together 4 good wins, and heading home, we're in a good spot. So I just think everybody's really enjoying playing together and feeling good about the team, feeling good about the young season, and we know we've just got to keep going. I mean, things can change in a hurry in this league, so we just got to keep plugging away.
Starters, they have trust.
I think it's still early. I mean, we're winning games, so I'm not concerned with the plus minus of the starters. I mean, to me, it's a 48-minute game, and you're just trying to tee up lineups. So I like the way we start, and that allows us to get into other rotations. So to me, they're doing fine. I'm not concerned with the plus minus. It's a small sample size.
You're missing middle rotations and they're not supposed to start in the first half and saw Chiozza out there.
Yeah, we wanted to get Steph a little rest tonight. He's been averaging over 35 minutes per game, and we wanted to try to get him down to 32, 33. So we knew we were going to take him out mid-first, buy him a few minutes, and hopefully do the same thing in the third, but I didn't feel comfortable doing that. We were still climbing uphill a little bit. So I don't know where he finished. I'm guessing around 33. But we're trying to be cognizant of his minutes in the early going.
Doesn't it surprise you at all the way they came out early?
No, we talked to the team at our meeting today at the hotel about exactly what to expect. This is a team that came in 0-3. They played Philly pretty tough in the fourth quarter. The crowd was into it. They're NBA players. They're all great players, or they wouldn't be in the league. They're a young team, and it's going to be a struggle for them for sure. I mean, that's just where they are as a franchise, but they're going to be capable of beating anybody on a given night. And we've kind of felt like we were, primed for an upset just with the way that our respective seasons have started. So we expected them to play well, and they did.
There's 2 quick ones for Zoom. We got to set this lane really quick. Let's go with Monty and then Kendra. Let's go, Monty.
Steve, it looked as if Wiggins got sort of a jolt into himself after that big dunk he had. Second half, he had 13 points, 3 assists. What do you think of his play, especially in the second half?
Yeah, Wiggs was great at both ends. He did a good job on Shai. Once Shai got going, I thought he had some good possessions against him, trying to pressure him. And then he really scored well for us, going to the rim. We needed that aggression. He's our best guy in terms of attacking the rim and getting into the paint. And, we needed that time.
I believe he played for Minnesota Twins.
Greatest hitters ever.
All right, I'm gonna do my Google.
No, I guess.
Pride myself on being ready, man. I mean, pride myself on being ready. It's just a matter of being in the right mindset. In a great mindset right now. Got great teammates. Everyone's empowering. Just going out there and being aggressive, trying to make plays, obviously, to contribute to wins. But it's just a matter of staying aggressive and staying confident. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'd even say in the second quarter, Chris Chiozza came in, and we sort of got a couple stops. Ball started to move. More guys were getting open looks, and shots just weren't falling. I think his impact, Juan's impact, obviously Gary's impact early were huge. Just laying foundations for the second half. And then obviously in the second half, we were able to get the ball moving more, get more stops, and be able to create great shots for each other. Just attention to detail. Knowing that it was going to be a paint game, and just I wouldn't say we weren't there mentally, but just a little bit of lack of focus early in the game, and then tightened it up towards the middle of the second quarter, and then the third and the fourth. So just paying attention to detail, going forward, and not just this game, but in every game. I wouldn't even say that. I say it's like I said, just attention to detail. It's something that we talked about. Also talked about not fouling. Talked about getting back in transition defense. So being able to do one of those three things, I'd say in the first quarter, and then of course not fouling towards later in the game was allowing us to get stops, take away the back cuts, and then be able to run in transition.
And